All right, guys, we're going to unbox these books, go over the grades, look at the notes, and choose which ones are heading off to be cleaned, pressed, and regraded. All right, guys, this is going to be a long video, and it's going to take a long time to film the whole thing. So first, if you could please hit that subscription button along with that notification bell. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. It's going to be a long one. In here are a bunch of modern books. I did not clean and press them, so the grades are the grades. We'll see what they are. After that, I'm going to check the grader's notes off camera, pick and choose some that need to be cleaned, pressed, and regraded. I'll show you the notes. I'll crack them open. We'll look at the books. They'll go off to E-Rod to get some work done, and then they'll head down to CGC to be graded again, and we'll see the progress, and we'll see the bumps in the grades, hopefully. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I don't know the grades. I also don't care so much, I guess, because I already know they have not been cleaned, they have not been pressed, and one of these little experiments, you know, and fun experiment video. We don't need that. All right, let's see. First one up. Amazing Spider-Man 299. This is that first cameo of Venom. 7.5 off-white to white pages. This is a newsstand copy. Again, we are going to go over the grader's notes and pick and choose which ones should go back to CGC. This one looks like it could use a little work. How about you next? Who are you? Transformers #1, a really hot book right now, as well as the He-Man, Thundercats, all those 80s cartoon comic books. Big, big, big money. G.I. Joe as well. 8.0 off-white to white pages. I wouldn't mind seeing this in a 9.0 or better. Moving on. There's a lot here, so we'll see. Wolverine #1. This book in a 9.8 I think is selling for absolute bonkers money right now. Don't quote me, but I feel like, and granted, this is as of the time of this recording, I think like $750 in a 9.8. It's got that tough cover to the back cover, I guess. 9.2 white pager, not bad. Can't complain about that, especially without a clean and a press. So maybe a bump. We'll see. We'll go over the notes next. Daredevil 168. This is the first appearance of Elektra in that newsstand copy. Pretty yucky. See? 4.0. Not the best copy. Batman 457. This is the first appearance of Tim Drake as Robin. 9.4 white pager. Don't be surprised if there's no notes on this book. We probably won't be sending that one back. There's a bunch in here, guys. X-Men 129. Hot book right now. This one is looking fuzzy all over the place. Not great. 4.0 off-white white pages. Again, we'll go over the notes. That's one of the books that may be going back, because there may be a lot of room there to grow. 4 more. Amazing Spider-Man 252 in a newsstand copy. Ties with Marvel Team Up 141 for the first appearance of the Black Costume. Amazing Fantasy 15 homage cover. All right. 8.0 white pager. Room for this one. Secret Wars 8. Origin of the symbiote costume. 8.5. All right. Not so, you know, very anticlimactic. It's going to be better at the end of the video when we see what they come back as. One more after this. ASM 300 direct copy here. First Venom 5.5. We could do better than that, guys. We could do better than that. Last but not least. New Mutants 98, direct copy. This is the first appearance of Deadpool. 5.5. We could do better than that, too. Boy, that was kind of harsh. Anyway, 5.5. So, what I'm going to do is take a look at the grader's notes, pick and choose certain books that I want to crack open to send out to E-Rod. He will clean them. He will press them. We will get them back, and they will go off to CGC. But first, let's get the notes. Okay, guys, I've got the grader notes in front of me, and we're going to show you the book and the grader's notes on screen as I go through this. So the first one we're definitely sending out, without a doubt, Amazing Spider-Man 300. We have to send this out. Why? The grader's notes. Moderate bends to cover. We can fix that with a press. Moderate creasing to cover. Doesn't say color breaking. We could probably fix that as well. Moderate spine stress lines to cover. That one, not so much. But the first two we could absolutely fix. So this one has to go out. It's a 5.5. Let's see what it comes back as. After that, we're gonna go to X-Men 129. It came in a 4.0. It says heavy creasing to cover. We should be able to clean that up. Light spine stress lines to cover. Moderate bends to cover. That's the one. Moderate bends to cover. We should be able to fix that. So there's two we're sending back. How about Transformers #1? Light bends to cover. We can fix that. Light creasing to cover, light spine stress lines to cover. We should be able to fix two of those. If this comes back an 8.5 or a 9, that's a huge bump. I love it. So there's three right now. Amazing Spider-Man 299. Light bends to cover, light creasing to cover. We can fix those. The spine stress lines, we can't do anything about. Come on now. You got to look at New Mutants 98, right? Moderate bends to cover should be able to be fixed. Moderate creasing to cover, moderate spine stress lines to cover. Two of those should be able to be taken care of. Do we do Amazing Spider-Man 252? What do you guys think? I think yes. Light bends to cover, we can take care of that. Light creasing to cover, we should be able to take care of that. Light spine stress lines to cover, can't do anything about that. Last but not least, Marvel's Superheroes Secret War 8. Light bends to cover, light creasing to cover. We should be able to get bumps across the board on all these. So we're looking at ASM 300. We're looking at X-Men 129. Transformers #1. Amazing Spider-Man 299. New Mutants 98. Amazing Spider-Man 252. Did we talk about that? That's going too. What the hell? And then Secret Wars 8. We have a whole bunch of books going back. Basically, the only ones not going back, Wolverine #1, that came back in a 9.2. I have no grader's notes, and I'm not going to take the chance or spend the money on that. Daredevil 168. The grader's notes say light staining to cover. Once I see that, I'm like, forget it. But there are moderate bends to cover, moderate creasing to cover. So room for an upgrade. I'm not going to worry about that one. Batman 457, that came back in a 9.4. We're not going to send that out either, especially because we have no notes. So without further ado, I will crack these books. They'll go off to Erod, and then they will come back and off to CGC. All right, guys, you have been waiting just a few moments. I have been waiting a few months, but these books are back. Erod cleaned and pressed them. I've got the labels here. I don't remember which ones we sent, but I kept all the labels from the unboxing. I also sent 2 extra books in here because I was sending a modern batch out. I wanted to send 2 other, I think the Captain America 25s. I'm almost positive. So with all that, let's get into this box. I unfortunately lost my Deep Dive Comics knife, and that's 2 now I've lost. Thanks for those Deep Dive Comics. But let's get into here. We're going to see some, hopefully we see some progress. And again, this is so important to clean and press your books, guys. So important. Or I'm just going to look silly and none of these books are going to go up in grades. We'll see. I'm going to search out the Captain Americas first, trying not to see the grade, and then we'll get into this. So, invoice. Yep. Oh, I can read the invoice and pull the slab. We won't worry about that. All right. I'm hiding the grades. Captain America. Okay, 2 of them right here. Here's the 2 Captain Americas. We'll do these quickly because they're not kind of part of the video, but why not? Captain America 25, Sam Wilson becomes the new Captain America. This is the Deadpool photobomb variant. Captain America #1 cover homage. This is John Tyler Christopher did this. I thought this was a 1 in 25. I'm not positive. Wow. 9.8. Super stoked about this. Again, Sam Wilson becomes Captain America. Great for that. And then I think it's a different cover, same book. Yeah, Captain America 25, Sam Wilson becomes new Captain America. How'd we do? Oh, 2 for 2. All right. That makes me happy. All right. That's great. All right. Now to the point at hand here. Here we go. I've got the labels fanned out so we can figure out what's what. Here's the first one. We're doing Amazing Spider-Man 252. tied for the first black suit. Amazing Spider-Man 252 was an 8.0 white pager, but was an 8.0. Let's see, how did Erod do? We went from an 8.0 to a 9.0, a 2-grade bump. Awesome. See? Clean and press your books, kids. Clean and press your books. All right. Great work. Newsstands. Awesome. So we went from an 8.0 to a 9.0, 2-grade bump. Fantastic. We should do the values of what they were and what they are now. Amazing Spider-Man 300. You guys all know this. First appearance of Venom. Okay, it was, I ripped a label pulling this one out, but it was a 5.5. Where did we go up to? Come on. 7.0. That's a 3-grade bump, right? 5.5 to 6 to 6.5 to 7.0. 3-grade bump. We're going to do values on these. Fantastic. I mean, we might as well do the caps too, but we'll concentrate more on these because the difference is probably going to be a lot. Okay, X-Men 129. Hear that? That was a 4.0. That was a 4.0. Okay? Let's see what we did. So we're already low grade. 6.0. That's a 4-grade bump. 4.0, 4.5, 5.0, 5.5, 6. Wow. Great. I mean, this isn't, even in a 6.0, it's not a very, very expensive book at all. In that grade, you need to start getting up to the 7, 7.5s, even 8. You know, they get pricey, the 9s. But that's a huge bump, man. That's a huge bump. Erod just doing his thing. I have 4 labels here. Oh, and I have 4 books here. They must all be, I must have gotten rid of the others. All right. Oh, yeah. Why would I have cracked books out that I didn't send to CGC? So the other ones from that unboxing from a long time ago, I didn't crack. So, of course, these 4 are what's left in there. Dummy. All right. New Mutants 98. First appearance of Deadpool. It was a 5.5. It was a 5.5. What do we got? 7.0. 3-grade bump. We are crushing it right now. Again, 7.0 is not fantastic in that book, but to go from a 5.5 to a 7.0, that's the whole point of this video, right? Is to see cleaning and pressing the progress. 3-grade bump, tremendous. So far, we've only gone up 2 or more, I think. Transformers number 1, Origin, first comic appearance of the Autobots and the Decepticons. We were at an 8.0. We were at an 8.0. What'd we do? 9.0, 2-grade bump on this one. I like this book. This book's going up, too. I had a 9.8. I think I sold it to my man, Matty Sites. All right, what do we got next? So we have a Secret Wars 8 and an ASM 299. ASM 299, Venom cameo. First Venom cameo. It is a newsstand edition. We were at a 7.5. What did we bump up to? 8.5. Another 2-grade bump on this one. And last but not least, Secret Wars 8. This is the origin of the symbiote. There it is. Origin of symbiote. We had an 8.5. Right? We had an 8.5. We went up. A 9.2. So another 2-grade bump. Guys, we did 2 grades or better on every single book. That is tremendous. Look at all these old labels, huh? Wow. Great job. All right, what I'm going to do now, and I apologize because this is a longer video, so if you want to cut out, I get it. I understand. But I'm going to do the values of what we had and what we have now and see how much we appreciate it in value here. All right, guys, long video, I know, but let's get into the actual sales data now on these books before and after the press. So let's start with Secret War number 8. Secret Wars number 8 in an 8.5, which was our before. I have the labels here. Let's see, here it is, an 8.5 was $179, or I should say is $179. Now the 9.2, $237 for a difference of $58. We're going to start adding everything up. Amazing Spider-Man $299. Where's that? That's this guy right here. We did have it in a 7.5. Came back in 8.5. So it went from $120 to $250. That's a $130 difference. Transformers number 1. That was an 8.0. which was about $175. Now the 9.0, $221 for a difference of $46. New Mutants 98. This one's a little squirrely here. So we had a 5.5, right? We had the 5.5, and that currently comes in at $285. Now, right now, for some reason, we have one sale at a 7.0 that I could find, and it came in at $220. Total screw up. Somebody got a hell of a deal because a 7.5 sells for $388. So something's a little off there. So if I kind of average out the numbers, that 7.0 should be closer to like $315 to $340. So I just did a difference of about $30, but it might even be a little higher. That one, I don't know. No, just weird. How about the X-Men 129? That one was a 4.0. This was our 4-grade bump. We went from a 4.0 to a 6.0. The 4.0 was $140, or I should say is. The 6.0, $255. That's a $115 swing in our favor. Lovely stuff. The ASM 252, we went from an 8.0 at $223 to the 9.0, which is about $278 for a difference of plus $55. So everything you see, we're climbing. Last but not least, where is it? Our ripped label, our Amazing Spider-Man 300 in a 5.5 is about $500. The 7.0, $700. We just jumped $200 in that one book alone, thanks to the cleaning and pressing job from Erod. So let's add it all up. Everything before our cleaning and pressing came in at roughly $1,622. That's $1,622. Give or take a little bit. These are all averages. On the post cleaning and pressing, everything came in at about $2,161 for a difference of $539. So if you don't get these books cleaned and pressed, in this situation, you left $539 on the table. All the cleaning and pressing here wouldn't even have cost you $100, which means you would have probably left over $400 to $450 on the table if you didn't get these books cleaned and pressed. I know I've done a video like this before, CGC versus PGX, blah, 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 all that. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people liked it. Well, this is as accurate as you can get because we cracked open CGC cases and we sent them back to CGC. We have all the labels. And not only that, all these identification numbers match the identification numbers here on the actual slabs, because when we resubmitted them, if you put this code, this identification number back in, it automatically puts it in on the submission list for you. And that same code, that same number is put back on your new label. So that's a mouthful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I forgot to get the value of those Captain Americas, but that's not that big of a deal. It wasn't really the point of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand why it is so important to get your books cleaned and pressed. I mean, you're leaving money on the table. Do you have to? Of course not. Of course not. You don't have to get your books cleaned and pressed. I'm not really pushing that. If that's what you don't want to do, you don't do it. In my personal opinion, why would you ever leave money on the table? Even if you're keeping these books and never plan on selling them, that's okay too. Don't you kind of want the higher grade? Isn't that why you're kind of getting these encapsulated? To show them off, show the grade, and why would you ever leave a lower grade out there if you could get it in a higher grade? I don't understand it. But again, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It took a long time to piece this all together. I should have left my beard so you could see the progress, but oh well. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Follow, submit, blah, blah, blah. All the thumbs up in the comments, all that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know I keep repeating myself. I appreciate it. And as always, keep it comics.